미안해서 어쩌나?
How did Valorant, completely very hidden game, come out fresh in the market and actually create huge waves of hype and is now going to dominate esports? That's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm your host TinTheTatman, and we're going to be looking at the rise of Valorant. I guess we could safely say Valorant came out of nowhere. Everyone saw what Valorant is and its potential, and everyone wanted in. But instead of actually making it public access at the start, Valorant had a few limited numbers of beta keys to give out to other players. And how did you actually get into that? You had to watch specific Twitch live streams. Twitch live streams of actually your favorite streamers that love playing Valorant.
He was right here.
Player standing.
Oh, not like this. Yeah!
You're actually
What?
The raid boss.
Oh my, no, not like this!
Not like this!
Okay. Get that bolt. Thank you.
How did Valorant enter the market when there's already Rainbow Six Siege, CSGO, and Overwatch in play? Let's take a deep look at how Valorant grew to success overnight. Now, Valorant's wild success on Twitch wasn't an accident. Riot actually worked with hundreds of influencers to launch the Valorant beta. When Valorant debuted on the April 7th, Valorant set Twitch records generally reserved for established big-name tournaments with full season of hype and drama behind them. On its first day, Valorant streamers drew 1.7 million concurrent viewers on Twitch. That's more than Fortnite World Cup and nearly as much as the 2019 League of Legends World Championship. Valorant also holds the title for the most hours watched of a specific game in a single day on Twitch with 34 million.
Hello.
That's Dave. That's Deke.
Should we show our working agreement?
The surprising thing is, this is all for the game that isn't even widely available yet. Valorant is in a closed beta stage and was still in development. That was a big part of the game's appeal on Twitch. Not only was this the only space to see Riot's game's new competitive shooter firsthand, but the studio tied access to the closed beta on Twitch. Beginning April 3rd, participating streamers dropped Valorant beta keys to random viewers in their chats. The only way to secure a key was to have both a Riot and Twitch account and then watch a lot of Valorant. Both Riot and Twitch and their parent companies, Tencent and Amazon, benefit. This is how the video game marketing works, where the streamers are the industry's biggest celebrities. Studios and advertisers go where the players are right now, and they're on Twitch, YouTube, Mixer, and social media. Sadly, Mixer was shut down, but video game publisher, esport leagues, and individual streamers are signing platform exclusivity deals worth millions. Even Ninja was supposedly paid 1 million to stream Apex Legends on launch day. You can see how these big influencers are making a lot of money, and everybody nowadays wants to become some sort of an influencer. However, Valorant stands out as a clear success story in streamer first advertising, and that didn't happen by accident. Riot Games partnered with multiple hundreds of influencers and streamers from around the globe for Valorant's Twitch debut. The head of marketing even said how much they paid all of these Twitch streamers. Can you guess the price? Do you think it's 30 million? Do you think it's 300 million? Do you think it's 20 million? Well, the answer is this: it's zero. He didn't pay any of the streamers a single penny. So why wouldn't they do that? They would have gotten a lot of streamers, right? Potentially. During closed beta, they have not paid any streamers because their goal is to sustain community for years, even decades, to come, and see efforts are being pulled toward building a long-lasting relationship with streamers. Looking for things that are of value, where they can support their business that they're trying to build. Riot actually looked for feedback from the players, since they tend to be expert level fans of competitive shooters, and they know that it's likely to resonate with the game's core audience. I'm fairly certain this has to be the first game where they only use Twitch streamers to promote the product. So what really helped them is having a great marketing specialist. With Valorant, marketing strategies has been to leverage Riot's relationship with streamers and infuse the development process with their feedback from day one, or day -1. They didn't pay for any good reviews or bad reviews. They simply wanted honest feedback. Now, one part of the growth is Valorant actually providing these keys to all the streamers. So the streamers can have honest opinion of the game, play the game together with other streamers as well, and let their viewers watch that. What's even better than watching your favorite streamer play a new game that just came out? Getting the game itself.
You're a week out from closed beta. How do you feel getting into it?
If you could put a hashtag, it'd be like hashtag the hype is real.
Hashtag hype, hashtag terrifying.
Now, when you have actually the chance to listen to a streamer's honest review instead of a paid sponsorships, it completely changes the dynamic of the opinion. The opinion is objective, it's not subjective, it's not paid for. I think this is a great addition to what Riot actually did to Valorant. Now, surely while that might have helped, and Twitch promoting that might have helped as well, we have another thing: people staying at home during the quarantine. While Valorant is a huge accelerating factor for Twitch's growth, it's obvious that more people are looking just more than affordable entertainment at home. Many countries around the world are still dealing with actually staying at home and looking for some sort of entertainment. In response to that, hundreds of millions of people are avoiding contamination by staying home. Once you rewatch The Office for the 5th time, maybe it's time you check to see what is happening on Twitch, and a lot of people are doing that exactly right now. Twitch was already growing over time, but when staying in a home, it just blew up. While they were streaming Valorant, Twitch's gaming content was up 98%. That's 100% year-to-year growth. So what's even better than staying at home and watching TV? Staying at home and watching Twitch. And Twitch made that possible. It offered hours and hours of free content. And Twitch did this pretty much great. While watching and enduring the content, you get something more out of it. You get a game that's early access. One really important thing you might notice when quarantine ends, perhaps in 2021, is how all of the online brands have grown. Now, one really interesting thing with Twitch keys, and with Valorant keys especially, is they're limited. Not everyone can get them. Why is that? Because the servers are simply limited. Valorant at the time did not have many servers. They were simply testing things and improving how Valorant worked. Now, with only about 10 keys available per 1,000 viewers, it simply becomes a supply and demand. Now, supply for the keys was pretty small, while demand was massive. Riot did not expect such a massive hype from Valorant. And what happens when there's a massive hype coming in? Well, people wanna find other ways to actually get the key. So what happened? A lot of stores started selling these keys to other people. Riot started cracking down Facebook Marketplace and eBay to prevent all the fraudulent keys from being sold. Now, that wasn't the only problem. Twitch didn't actually check if you're watching the stream. So what you could do is have multiple accounts and watch the stream. And that's what people did. They started AFKing and reselling the keys. Now, a lot of people weren't happy with that because the keys were also limited.
To stop. That is that I went on Twitch, I went on the Valorant section, and I looked at the top 4 streams, and 3 of the top 4 were fucking VODs. Today, I want to explain why I think that's bad for Twitch, why I think that's bad from a pragmatic, common sense perspective, and also why I think it's already against the TOS, and just for some reason, Twitch hasn't done anything about it.
Now, what if I told you that a lot of streamers found a new profitable way of actually earning money without even actually streaming? That's what they did. They started off the stream, put up a past broadcast, and let people watch Valorant. And whole Twitch was infested with old Valorant VODs. Anomaly, a popular CSGO Twitch streamer took chance and made 50k subs. A lot of people weren't pleased with that, and of course they told Twitch. Twitch said, well, basically, we're limiting all of the streaming platforms down to no VODs at all. But the damage was already done. People were already made probably around 500,000 in total. But I think I'm getting too much of the bad side of Valorant. So what actually happened for Valorant? Well, the view numbers just kept getting bigger and bigger. A lot of people actually weren't pleased with this, including some big streamers. So the big streamers actually warned Twitch that it's not right that these streamers earn money without actually streaming. So what does Twitch do? Twitch stopped the 24/7 live streams. Twitch has actually had enough of people not being authentic and not streaming.
They're absolutely pissed about this issue, and boy oh boy do we have a big story for all of you guys. Some people out there making insane money from this Valorant drops 24/7, restreaming VODs, restreaming old streams and highlight reels on Twitch.
How many 24/7s can you see? Just scrolling down this section. Look, just look at the top row. Besides C's, I love you, brother. Look at the top row. C's surrounded by bots everywhere, brother. It's like he's in a goddamn, it's like he's in a Terminator movie, bro. He's in the past, he's in the future already in a Terminator movie. He's surrounded by robots just trying to be the fucking live streamer there, dude.
Now the drops have returned to being fair. So what happens next? Well, simply more and more viewers keep rising until, that is, Valorant increases their server size. With more server size, they can enable more people to play at the same time. That means they can drop more keys. Now the hype was slowly dying. Valorant went into full release, so nobody had the demand for keys anymore. Also, some streamers reported that the game is boring to watch, which I just wouldn't agree on.
From a viewer's perspective, it's very kind of slow and bland, and some of these very stupid and like boring choke points, right? It's like this choke point mid, put a smoke down, put a smoke down, put a smoke down, and then it's just like one big hit, almost like Overwatch. It's kind of like...
I think we can learn a lot from Valorant. The first thing is that if you listen to the community will give you strong feedback. Not only that, but this community will support you all the way for listening to them. I think Riot has a lot of knowledge how to actually listen to the community and make the game grow in that matter. Valorant is actually the first game, or one of the first, to grow with a huge marketing team. Usually what games do, such as Red Dead Redemption and GTA, they spend billions or millions on ads. Now Valorant had a different strategy while putting influencers at the start, and they didn't even have to pay them. And why would they? The streamers profited even from playing the game with more and more viewers. I'm pretty sure Valorant is gonna be working with a lot of content creators in the future. Now we can also learn how much of an importance the quarantine is for online entertainment. Sites like Twitch and YouTube have grown by miles since quarantine because people haven't been doing a lot of stuff outside. I think it's a huge thing to say that in the next few years, we're gonna be seeing esports on the mainstream media. Quarantine is actually a pretty important step and process in making the online businesses thrive and grow. Also, it's nice seeing your favorite game actually getting more viewers than you expect. That means more updates are gonna be coming out from developers. So Twitch is actually a huge way in your life in the next few years. Now the next thing I wanted to talk about is supply and demand. Valorant is simply supply and demand. So Valorant keys are low supply, but the demand for the game was huge, more than actually expected. Escape from Tarkov almost died until introduced Twitch keys. Now I think it's a pretty important matter of fact to say Valorant's keys are a huge part of Valorant's success. When people have access to the game, they want to try it out. And they also want to see new features in the game. They also want to join a community. I think it's a great addition to what Valorant and Riot actually did. It's nice to see some of the smaller games, so Riot and Valorant did not have a huge star because it did not have the marketing as of League of Legends. It's trying to basically establish itself in the next few years. It's really nice seeing Riot trying to become one of the biggest games there is and compete with the biggest games like CSGO. Now, I think this sums up of what made Valorant so popular and big, especially the keys. And anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do subscribe because it helps me a lot. And I want to thank you for watching. I have more videos on my channel. And anyway, this Fat Man signed out.